First of all, praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakwa, Kodash. Uh, say double honors to the elders, peace, salutations, blessings to Akim, later in this truth, Shalom, hope for elect. And, Lord, when it's be an edifying lesson, I'm going to go into, you know, some, you know, prophecy and get some psalms and just some few precepts. So, like I said, Lord, when it's be an edifying lesson, you know, straight into the point. It's Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed is he that reads, they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. We understand that this earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked are in rule, and the wicked consists of, the nation of Edom. And we're what is to come, the Lord called us into this truth, and we have eyes to see and ears to hear, all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah. This is Psalms 49 verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. And we know who does that, the wicked. And that's their inward thought. Right now these devils, are conspiring to start a NWO, and depopulation and just utter wickedness. That's all they do. Everything this devil's ever done, he's done with wickedness and disdain. Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, is in control, and this devil's just playing his part. These devils are just playing their part, and at the end of the day, like brother say, the house, the Lord's chosen, house of David, Israel. We're going to Lord willing, we are that number. We're going to have these devils in captivity, in derision. If that's a proper word, that word come to mind. I'm not real familiar with it, but Salaki. So this is Psalms chapter 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. We know who our enemy is, Our enemy is the wicked. But roughly paraphrasing, far ways please the Lord, then he maketh even our enemies be at peace with us. This is verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. These devils in the heart, they don't fear the Most High, But hey, that's how it is, and we know what to fear the Most High. Roughly paraphrasing, fear not him that can kill the body, but fear him that can kill the body and the soul. With that fire, ICBM fire, the end all be all. Hey, Shalom Akim on the comment board. Hey, that's the spirit. GMS, he will not tarry. I had actually it was Micah or Malachi, I can't remember which one. I think chapter 1 and 4. But I wrote down Micah. This is GMS, he will not tarry. Micah 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds, and when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. That's right. Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's exactly what these devils have done throughout, through and through. And why does it say? Because in their hand, the earth is in the hand of the wicked. We're serving out judgment under the sun. Here on earth with the wicked above us, and it's very very vexing. Just it's hell on earth, man. For Lord's people. Lord will we the hopeful number. So in His likeness, y'all shall all Exodus 15:9. Then he said, I will pursue thee, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil, my lust shall be satisfied upon them, I will draw my sword, my hand shall destroy them. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And that's what you see, man. You see, Jake, you see, the tribes, just we've been, completely oppressed by our adversary, these devils. And unless Lord call you in this light, then you're gonna get mad. Before I come to this truth, man, I was going off, man. I started awakening to the wickedness of the earth, and before I even come to this truth, I started awakening to who the Lord's chosen people were. I was like, all these people on the bottom, especially tribe of Judah and the tribes. I was like, these are the Lord's chosen people. Before I come to the truth, man, I had like a little revelation. I was like, the Lord is a man. Yahweh Shai is a man of color. You know what I mean? Just, Lord, he opened my eyes, and now I come to this truth, and it was like, man, it all made sense then. But in His likeness, y'all should all verse Ecclesiastes 7:8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. And so we're patiently waiting, patiently waiting the kingdom. Like I said, Lord will, we are that number. Because these devils, they're having their fun, man. They're just, man. So what was Psalm 64:5? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? And everything for the tribes has been oppression, has been snares, it's just traps everywhere, man. Like if you live in, if you grow up in the poor part of the city, the hood, it's just you're trapped, man. And if you're a poor like me, I've been poor my whole life, and I just been trapped, like around people that use drugs or whatever it may have been. You know what I mean? Just but hey, at the end of the day, you know that kingdom is going to make up for all of this. Let's say our short time of suffering, is nothing compared to what we the kingdom. Roughly paraphrase. I can't remember that, but these devils, who shall see them? They got it in their heart that they are the Most High. Verse 6. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. For the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. And that's future prophecy, Bahashim Yahushua, to our Savior Yahushua, when the missiles fly, man, these devils they gonna get messed up. This is Psalm 64:9. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of His doing. And yeah, nobody fear the Lord right now except hopeful elect coming in this truth. But here soon, here soon they gonna feel the Lord, especially Jacob's trouble coming full effect. Man, verse 10: the righteous shall be glad in the Lord Yahweh and shall trust in Him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. And that's what us coming to this truth. We got something to look forward to because this ain't it. This ain't it. Being on the bottom, being oppressed by these devils that just do what they want and then trap everybody on the bottom. This ain't it, man. Trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, and the day will come where our mourning is gonna turn into happiness. But this ain't it. This is our punishment, the judgment under the sun, and we're just riding it out. Patient. Let's see. Isaiah 47. Damn it. Isaiah 47. I'm sorry, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. That's future prophecy. And return to Yahushua, he not gonna meet. When he come back in that chariot, the father ship, he not gonna meet, the enemy as a man. This is verse 4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Shai. Verse 5, set thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, Edom. For thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. And right now, the wicked, the Edomites, these other heathen nations, under this beast system, of the wicked, they rule the earth, and nobody all these years, nobody's, took that throne down, took their crown down. But what's saying in Revelation, Yahweh Shai, he gonna come down, he gonna have many crowns, he gonna take them all. This is verse 6. Isaiah 47, verse 6. I was wroth with my people, Israel. I polluted their inheritance and given them into thy hand, into the hand of the wicked. Thou didn't shew them no mercy. The wicked they ain't show a lick of mercy. They just everything's trash, everything's snares, everything's just wickedness, man. They just completely, like Brother Post, which one was it? Pretty much all. I can't remember which one could have mind. I forgot now. Slovakia. I'll read that again. I was wroth with my people, I polluted my inheritance, and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Verse 7. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. And what's the latter end of it? Destruction of these fucking devils, man. And the kingdom to the Lord's chosen, like I said, Lord willing, we are that number, and these devils, they ain't remember the latter end of it. Man, what say the seed, the deceived, and the deceiver are his, And here I'm gonna keep going. Isaiah 47, verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures carelessly, that sayest in the heart, I am, and none else beside me. Because what these devils, they look at themselves as gods, because they're on high in this realm, in this earthly realm right now. You know, the wicked rulers of this earth. It says, they say it's in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not set as a widow, no loss of children. Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. And man, there's all kinds of wicked sorceries and enchantments going on this earth right now. This devil is running as fast as he's ever run. Man, but hey, well, what we know the end. We just gotta be patient, be long suffering. Be humble, and have faith in our power. How about Shai? Because at the end of the day, Lord, when we outnumbered, we gonna get ours. Like Brother said, we got next. You know, we ain't carnally minded. We maintain, but the way it's looking, the way it's looking, these these devils gonna come down with that great wrath. Revelation 12:12, if I'm mistaken. They're gonna come down with that great wrath here soon, and it's really gonna test the faith. When you ain't able to partake in just worldly stuff. Going to the grocery store, whatever. Having a job. But it is what it is. That's why brothers in this truth, sisters in this truth. You're building up your faith. We hear this word, these precepts, and brothers, sisters who are in this truth. That's what it is. We gotta build up our faith, our wisdom and knowledge. What's Isaiah 33 verse 6? Wisdom and knowledge should be a stability of our times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord His treasure. We That's what it is. This wisdom and knowledge is making us stable, it's stabilizing us in building our faith. And woe to the the 2/3 and all everybody else, because they ain't the Lord ain't opened their eyes, the Lord ain't opened their ears. They're walking in total and complete darkness, and they're falling after that beast system. They're falling after what Jeremiah 17 7, or Salaki, Jeremiah 17:5. They're falling after men. Jeremiah 17 verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. It says, cursed be that man. Because the Lord, He put that strong delusion on him. He give him over to the God of this world. 2 Corinthians 4:4, 4:3, 4:4. What say Jeremiah 17:7 though? Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. And Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 2:10. Who was ever confounded who trusted in the Lord? Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 10. Look at the generations old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in His fear and was forsaken? Or whom did He ever despise that called upon Him? So, if you're calling to His truth, and it's set well with your spirit, and it makes sense, Lord, we call upon the Lord. Lord is our hope. That's it. We don't have no other hope, and there ain't no way out except through Yahweh Shema Shai. We're over here in this Babylon the Great. The days will come when the missiles are flying. And that's the only way out. That's the only way out. Yahweh Shema Shai. You know what I mean? So, man. And all praise, honor, and glory, the water Yahweh Shema Shai. for giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and receiving understanding. Because man, without that spirit, without Yahweh Shem Shai, then there ain't no hope, man. That's why our hope is in the Lord. Back to Isaiah 47 verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thou hast said, none seeth me. The wicked, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Verse 11, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. We'll say Revelation, and was it First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians. Lord, he cometh like a thief in the night. This is verse 12, Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Hey, Revelation, what's saying, when the dragon and his angels fight against Michael, Michael and his angels, these devils, the Lord gonna put it on them that they think they're gonna put up a fight. God, because y'all, I mean, brothers, sisters in this truth, if you just imagine not being in this truth and being, part of these devils' thought process, like I couldn't die, man. These guys, they are through. And Lord, he gonna make sure they ain't never forget, who Yahweh Shem Shai is, man. Verse 13, Isaiah 47:13. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Because again, we're trusting in the Lord, but the wicked, these devils, everybody who ain't a part of the elect, they ain't trusting the Lord, especially these devils, And what it say? It says, he's, Lord telling them, stand up and save thee from the things that shall come upon thee. So like say, you trust in your idols, and you'll call upon your gods, and see if they save you in these times to come. Verse 14, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Verse 15, thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee. If you're on that hit list, if you're on the hit list of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you're through. Damn, woo! That's something to get excited about. Because these devils, that's all they ever done. Like brothers put, oppress a man, still and then lie about it. Man. But hey, through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord, when we the hopeful number, brothers waking up. The elders, starting with the elders on down. GMS like my brothers. That. And even before some of the elders, you had with Abba Bivens, and yeah, man, just and where that all started at in Harlem. You know what I mean? Man, The power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man, just whoo. These devils, they through and they know it. That's why what's that devil coming down with great wrath because he know he had but a short time. He know these devils know they have but a short time. You know, they in China they shut down the internet, no social media, no nothing. You know what I mean? So you know they could be rolling on them right now. You know, nobody gonna know because all the media, you know, all the social media shut down. And of course, the media they just say what they're told to say. So, but hey, it's all prophesied, and you know, and brothers bringing it out, man. Hey, Shalom Akim on the comment board. See, this is GMS Bond Atazawan. Psalms 10, verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. That's right. And these devils couldn't tell the truth if their life depended on it. God, man. Man. Let's see. This is Malachi. Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. Verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? You know, you got a lot of people who ain't in walking in the light of this truth, who probably still believe, who still think that way. You know, they question the Heavenly Father. You know, I mean, you know, I don't know if he's look like so-called, you know, white kid. You know, his dad was a fucking prick. When I was out in California as this kid, and he was wearing a little Jesus bracelet. Where it's before I come to the truth, knowing the real names and whatnot. But the next day or so, I seen him. He didn't have it on. I said, what happened to that? And he said, well, my dad said, you know, what has the Lord ever done for us? Da da da. And I said, man, you can't think like that, dude. You know what I mean? I try to correct the little dude. He was on like 12 or 13. You know, long story short, you know, dude, their house caught on fire. That dude's dog that he loves so much fucking burnt. You know what I mean? Looking like a couple months later, you know, a year later, somewhere around there. But it's like you get off subject, you know. But back to Malachi chapter 1, verse 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, you know, Israel. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yeah, I love Jacob, you know, Jacob being Israel. Verse 3. And I hated Esau and lay his mountains and his heritage waste for dragons of wilderness. You know, it's happened before. And these devils come and rebuild, you know. But what say in verse 4? Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord Yahweh will be magnified from the border of Israel. Let's see what else I can get. This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, And all the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. You know, that's what's to come, you know, to the wicked, man. You know, and then you got your 2/3 and you know your other heathen nations, man. It's like Babylon over here in Babylon the Great, man. It's marked. This land is marked for complete utter destruction because this is the great whore. This is where all the fucking wickedness that took place. More blood, more of the tribe's blood has been shed over here than probably anywhere ever. You know, you think about that, like, and it's only been what 300 years, 400 years, and these devils are just completely, slaughtered the tribes, man, and they lie about it. And even to this day, still oppressed, still under the snare, of these devils, these traps of these devils. But you know, hey, that's why you just gotta you know give all praise, honor, and glory. How about Shema Shad it? We come to this truth because man. But here's one right here. Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 43. Actually, I should start back. I'll get this and I'll start back. I'll start verse 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, the present life is not the end which where much glory doeth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. Verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for wherein corruption is past, and intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. There shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory. I answered then and said, this is my first and last saying, that it had been better not to have given the earth unto Adam, or else, when it was given him, to have restrained him from sinning. For what profit is it for men now in this present time to live in heaviness, and after death to look for punishment? O thou Adam, what hast thou done? For though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. I said, Lord, when we had that hopeful number, that our line run back, you know what I mean? It's like I say, Adam, he's not the only one, they put the curse has been, through and through, King David and King Solomon, they had it all right, but again, we still in this wicked, and we ain't got immortality right now, brothers want the immortality. You know what I mean? What good is it to have the world and you gonna die? Hey, y'all devils can have this world. Hey, you know what I mean? All praises. How about Shimmy outside? Because, whoo, Lord willing, brothers, of that hopeful number, we in heaven. You know what I mean? God, man, that is beautiful. Whoo! But it's like the beginning of that second Ezra chapter 7. We're passing through. We're trying to inherit that city. Passing through that dangerous place to fall. As if there was a fire on the right hand and deep water on the left, and only one path between them both. Even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go at once. Verse 9. If this city now were given to a man for inheritance, if he should never pass the danger set before it, how should he receive this inheritance? So, each brother, sister, whoever in this truth, you know, we're passing through these dangers, man. You know, but we come into this truth, and it's like a double-edged sword. It if we get to going off, we're cutting ourselves. You know, like I say, before they knew, they didn't have no. Nah, I don't want to butcher it, but you know, Yahweh Shah speaking. Now that they know they have no cloak for their sins. But hey, we gotta have that faith and call upon the Lord and repent, and try to perform the righteous acts to the best of our ability. So this is Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 17. Actually, I'll start at 15. Now therefore, why disquiet thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man? And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than which is present? And what's present? This carnal life. What's to come? Like I said, Lord, when we're that number, the kingdom and immortality. And what say verse 16? Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? So, Romans 8:6, to be carnal mind is death, to be spiritual mind is life and peace. Roughly paraphrasing. That's we're to be meditating on this word, on these prophecies, on the promises, what's to come, rather than this present this present hell that we had to endure through. But hey, what it say, ever since Adam, ever since Adam, for though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. That's what it is. Second Ezra 7:17. Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish. Verse 18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. And we're suffering. We're on the bottom. What our hope is in the Lord. We trust the Lord. Jeremiah 17:7. Toward what's to come, not the present. Thanks to Yahweh Shemina Shah, open our eyes, and our heart, our mind to this truth. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Continue on. For they that had done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. 19. And he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that hath understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. For Most High had given straight commandment to what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things. 23. And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways, but his law have they despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. And what Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, what say the whole duty of man, fear the Most High and keep His commandments. You know, we understand that, being in this wicked flesh and being in the times we're in, you know, is it's hard. There's a lot of laws that we can't uphold due to the laws of the land, but some laws we can, you know, and yeah, practicing the righteous acts. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Verse 14. For Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And man, I'll get this one too. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11. Actually, 8 verse 10. And so I saw the wicked buried, who had come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the city where they had so done. This is also vanity. Verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. That's what you got today. Just complete wickedness, man, are running rampant through this earth. The Bible clearly states, you ain't supposed to be a homo. You ain't supposed to, be a transformer. Just that seemed like simple stuff, but again, Lord, He in control. Isaiah 45:7, Deuteronomy 39:32, if I'm mistaken. And there are a lot of people that this truth ain't meant for them. They're blinded. Lord blind. And 2 Corinthians 4:3 and 4. And then that send a strong delusion that they believe a lie. Brother in His likeness. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. That's right. And I just turned right to it. That's the precept popped up in my head. I turned to it. All praise Yahweh Shema Shai. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Be sober. You break down that word sober, it goes into circumspect. That's why brothers, bring out these prophecies, linking up the news. Some brothers, really got that spirit on them to do that. Me, the news bothers me. I try, man. If I see a brother, bring something out, I if the spirit on me to look into it, you know what I mean. But, hey, man, just we're doing what we can in this truth, where spirit beyond us to do, and man, at the end of the day, only the whom the Lord has chosen to receive this message, they're gonna get it, and the people who ain't gonna get it, that's that. You know what I mean? So, we can't be. We gotta remain humble. We can't be beating ourselves up for not being, not doing too much. We beat ourselves up for not doing enough. But like I say, spirit beyond brothers do what they can, and hey man, that's what it is, So I'll probably out here First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. For the times and seasons, brethren, yet no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, the day of Yahushua. For when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction cometh upon them as to go with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us sleep not as do others, but let us watch and be sober and be circumspect. You know, we that's what we do. Everybody everybody has to, starting with the elders on down, like I say, brothers, news, brothers is diligent, brothers is, on top of what these devils is doing, and all praise, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua put that spirit on them brothers, because man, it make things a little easier for for everybody, for the whole body, the sheep would say, if you love me, feed my sheep, and that's what brothers been doing. You start with the elders on down. Verse 7, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Verse 8, but let us who are the day be sober, put on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of salvation. For Most High hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, whether we are at rest, or here on this earth when that time comes, we shall live together with him. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. And that's what it is, brothers, you know, just showing that brotherly love, and edifying each other, and that's what it is. This world, they're lacking a lot. They all just, most these people out here, the 2/3 or whoever, they ain't right. You know what I mean? They ain't got that brotherly love, and then they fake, man. Like God, man, that bothered me worse than somebody that, if I know a motherfucker wicked, and I can, and he tell me how wicked he is, he tell me his wicked ass thoughts. That's a little better than some fake ass person just saying speaking the sweet words like the devils do. Let's say uh speak to me good things. Prophesy to me good things. I can't think of that. Try to find that verse. I think I got maybe Salakia. This damn auto-correcting. I'll get this real quick. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I'll give you pastures according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And that's what, that's what you see today, brothers in this truth, some of the elders on down, like my brothers bringing out this truth, man. I've seeked after truth, many times in my life, man. I just couldn't, I never found anything that, made that spirit wake up. I started listening to brothers, and man, whoo, that's awoken. But it's all praise, Yahweh Shema Shah. I can't remember what verses. I got some notes. I can't remember. I just have to. Brothers put in his likeness, y'all shall all. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3. For the time shall come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Verse 4. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. Yeah. Man, all I know is, I feel this truth, and the spirit been heavy on me to eat, you know what I mean, to get it. I never seen anybody, in this Bible breaking down these precepts ever, like the brothers, elders on down. And like I said, I didn't even know about the Apocrypha until, when I come into this truth, I was like, what? What? I tried to find Ecclesiasticus, and they kept taking me Ecclesiastes, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? I was like, you know what I mean? Like, they say Ecclesiasticus, because I looked in Ecclesiastes because I couldn't find that verse. I'm like, something ain't. I'm like, huh? Damn, man. Man, it's gonna bother me if I can't. I forgot what the let me try this prophesy. Man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find this. I have to lock it in. Once I do. Oh, I found it. I had it in my notes. Salakia, the warrior, how about my shot? Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 14. Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, the prophet shall prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing not, and deceit in their heart. And that's Salak. It's still not the one I was wanting. I was wanting that verse where they say, speak unto us good things. Slovakia. Let's see the brother got. In his likeness, Joshua Allah. John chapter 4, verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. That's it. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And that's what like the water in his likeness Joshua Allah. That's what the 2/3 and really that's all matter, the 2/3, but godly at all. But the 2/3, going, people who are being deceived, going to these wolves in sheep clothes, these false churches, traditions of men. That's what they want. They don't want to hear Babylon going to be destroyed. They don't want to hear, the holy chariots or UFOs. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear the truth, man. They don't want to hear that. Salvation is only for the Israel. They just want to they want to hear deceits, lies, because they've been given over, to that damn it. I got 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. Actually, I'll start at verse 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And right now, brothers, condemning this earth, bringing out this truth. We're consuming these devils with the spirit of the mouth, through the power spirit, Yahweh Shah, Verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. We know the earth is getting to the hand of wicked. He's really working it. You know what I mean? Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. You got these people out here in the world, scoffing and making fun, just like the prophets of old, just like Noah. He's saying it's gonna rain, y'all, it's gonna flood, the Lord gonna flood the earth. Damn, my connection, I lost my connection. Connection's messing up. I'll read that again. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. But like I was saying, man, just prophets of old, ain't nothing new under the sun. Prophets of old, you had scoffers, scoffing at them. I don't know if it's Noah conspiracy theorists, like God. But these devils, man, they pumping in. They just, that's what it is, man. This is the information age, but there's a lot of disinformation, and so much that it kind of blinds the truth. And then what they do, they label the truth, misinformation. But hey, It ain't misinformation, you know. And man, they gonna soon find out. This brother in his likeness shall all Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. So get Ephesians verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt up about truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, all taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, you know, the word Yahweh Shah, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel. You know, that's what a lot of these false prophets, going out, misleading the sheep. They don't understand the mystery of this gospel, And all praise, honor, and glory, how about Shemashai, put the spirit on, starting with the elders on down, put the spirit on brothers, you know, to break this down, because ain't nobody making no sense of this Bible except for, the brothers, elders, GMS, and on down, like-minded brothers, teaching, same doctrine. You know what I mean? However many hundreds, thousands different, you know, Christian religion groups, Catholic, Roman, this, that, fucking Muslim, fucking, you got everything that, all these other, you think about it, that's how you say in Revelation, they're singing that song, only the 144,000 could sing it. You know what? Say why is the gate to destruction? All these other religions, they got so many more, people. But hey, at the end of the day, that 144,000 and then the 1/3, over here in Babylon the Great, everybody else is they gonna eat the ICBMs. Might be our family, might we don't know, but that's why every man work out his own salvation with fear and trembling. Revelation. Be quiet, Ray. Uh, All right, here. Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. Verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. Verse 3. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Verse 4, these are they which were not defiled with women, being them these other philosophies, for they are virgins. We stay true, Yahweh Shem Shah. Even before we knew the names, we call upon, God and Jesus, you know what I mean? But once we figure out this truth, the true names, you know what I mean? But we ain't go off in no other religion, no other way. We ain't fall for these devils, these beasts system. It says, there are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and unto the Lamb, Yahweh. And their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High. And it makes me get this one real quick. Revelation chapter 22, verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter through the gates into the city. Blessed are they that do the command, keep the commandments. But you got your false teachers out here saying the law's done away with and this and that. You don't got to keep no commandment. Fuck you. Just, man, that's terrible. His phone about to die, so brother on fire. He posted. Let's only get a couple more and then I'll close out. His likeness shall all of Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. Yeah, enter ye. Yahweh shall speak. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. That's right. Few there be that find it. That's what it is. This ain't for everybody. Not everybody gonna get it. So at the end of the day, we got that's why I give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah. Humble down, realizing Lord will, we're that hopeful number. But we've been called into this truth, and that's a blessing. To have the Spirit on us to be able to receive this wisdom and knowledge, while the whole rest of the world they're just in great darkness, waiting on their doom. You got these devils on TV talking about the chariots, calling them UFOs. Talking about fucking alien invasions and shit. You about to be getting invaded by the chariots of the Lord, man. Y'all about to get messed up. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Hey, the water Akim for the precepts. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem Kwakadash, Barakatah, Barakathon. Our Bible ball. And man, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halayim, Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, Barakatah, Shalom, Israel, Kwam Yasha Allah.